Hi guys, Guy9 here with Let's Play Fable 2. And I was in the middle of something, but now I'm going to do something else because it just happened. So anyways, in this video, I'm going to be covering a mission that I was actually going to try and cover before the endgame, but I got too lazy and decided to just do the endgame. So, anyways, the rescue. Your child has entered a perilous cave. Now, the reason why I'm dropping everything and doing this now is because this is a time-sensitive quest. You need to do this as soon as possible because you can actually fail if you wait long enough. So that's why I'm using a carriage to go to Oakfield instead of just walking there. Because as you know, if you use a carriage, the amount of time that it takes to travel there is significantly reduced. I think. It's reduced, I know that. But anyways, yeah, this is, there are a few requirements that you have to do in order to get this quest. First of all, you have to be married. And second of all, you need to have a child. And the child has to be fully grown, which is why, if you remember way back before I did the Hero of Will quest, the Tattered Spire thing, why I told you to go ahead and have a child before you leave. Because then, when you come back, your child will be fully grown, and then you have all the requirements ready for this quest. And then in order to trigger, the trigger is actually kind of random. And let's see, I believe I can just warp right to Serenity Farm. Yes, alright. But yeah, basically in order to trigger this, you have to travel basically long distances enough times. And since I've been doing that during the Archaeologist quest, obviously that's probably what triggered this now, instead of during the innumerable amount of times that it could have happened before now. Anyways, this quest starts: return to your wife or husband, whatever you are.
It's horrible. Look, read this.
And you receive this note from your child. Yeah, your son's letter. Let's see. I've gone to be an adventurer just like Daddy. I shall return when I slayed the Hobbes in that cave, and I am famous. Well, I can't blame the kid being ambitious, but
He's gone to a
of
cave
all
full
the
of
enemies
Hobbes.
in the entire game that he could have gone after,
You have to find him before he gets
I mean,
hurt.
Hobbes are probably the worst that he could have picked. I mean, yeah, ballerines are pretty bad and stuff like that, and hollow men. But I mean, Hobbes, he can actually become a Hobb. So, I mean, that'd be even worse. And
Save our little
alright,
boy.
thanks for the sync. Alright, so obviously, immediately you gotta warp to Hobbe Cave. There's no quick way to get there. It's only 13 hours from here, though, so... Yeah, I should mention this too. If you want to make sure you do this quest successfully, it's probably a good idea that you marry someone and then have your marital house either at Bowerstone or Oakfield. That would be the closest place to the Hobbe Cave, because it's always going to take you to the Hobbe Cave no matter what. So if you like married in Westcliff or I don't think you can have a home in Westcliff. I don't know, or like Bloodstone at least. That would be a little trickier. Alright, so this quest doesn't have a whole lot of differentiation. Alright, I got shock ready. For the most part, you're going to be following the same path. There's, at one point in the cave, you will be taking a divergent path, and then that's where things get a little bit different. And wow, these Hobbes aren't very powerful anymore, are they? Give me back my son. Ow. Who's this? Trying to get some strength in because that's probably the lowest stat out of all my stats, ironically. Where do you think you're going? Alright, and my dog's upgraded treasure abilities are going off again. Oh, wow. Alright, now they're all dead. Now I can get this. So yeah, once you get to the Hobbe Cave, you don't really have to worry about time anymore, I believe. So yeah, this is and I should go ahead and mention right now that this is technically post-commentary. I would be doing live commentary as usual, but something happens during this you should probably be aware of. That well, I kill them before they spawn. But there's an important thing with this quest that you need to know of that can actually prevent you from successfully doing it. And it's actually a very well-known glitch in the game. It was supposedly fixed by Lionhead Studios, but as I show off in this video, it's still possible to do, and I found out how too, like when I actually went back and did it again. So yeah, this is only the first time. I'm not showing the second time though, just because I was a little bit frustrated at the point. And like I was recording the archaeologist at the same time, so yeah. I just got impatient. Why are you running? You're the one with the magic stick. Let's see. Only one of them, alright. I overestimated the amount of Hobbes that were in the area. So run through the cave, run, run, run. Alright, here's about where the differentiations is happening. So yeah, you have this little side path here that you couldn't go down before, I believe. I think. Oh no, wait, this leads... I'm mistaken. This leads to that one room that, if you remember in the original quest, this is where you were on that divergent path with the father. But this little divergent path appears, like, in this room, if you can remember it. Like, there it is right there. And this is the totally new area, the Hobbe Cave. This might pop up as soon as, you know, the Spire quest is over. I'm not sure, I didn't really test it, but there's nothing down here besides your child, so there's really nothing to concern you about it. Alright, so yeah, killing these guys from here, I don't know why they're not attacking. Again, weird stuff goes on. Yeah, this part is really weird. When you kill one of the Hobbes next to the cage, he'll give you a key to where your child has been imprisoned. And there's another Hobbe. Alright. So here's where things start getting weird. Now this doesn't happen in my second playthrough, but in my first playthrough, the cage is already open. And like my son, yeah, he's right there.
I'm sorry I ran away.
Yeah, it's weird. Alright, so here's where I screw up. Now, you might be thinking that you have to tell your son to follow you.
Let's go home.
And so when you try to do the follow function though, the game kind of acts a little weird and like it doesn't happen. So like, I go back, like the wait command pops up, so I tell him to follow again.
I'll go home then.
And so yeah, nothing happens. And then I follow a third time, and now the icon pops up. Don't do this. The reason why is that what you'll see, I didn't record it. What will happen is that in the actual way you're supposed to do this quest, when you're, like, I kind of interrupted him when I was doing that first follow expression, but he basically says at one point, let's go home. And when that happens, your child is actually programmed to follow you out. However, the follow icon does not appear over his head. So like when I did my own follow command, it basically canceled out that programming and screwed everything up. And so you can see now that there's a follow icon on my child's head, but you'll notice what consequence that has at the end of this quest, in that it prevents you from finishing the quest too. It's just really stupid, but I'm not cutting to the other playthrough because there's really not much of a difference. I just wanted to describe that one error that I did. Basically, for the rest of the quest, you just gotta get your son out of the cave. And, you know, since this is Fable 2, the son does not have any health, so you don't really have to worry about this. And I love how they're all congregated, so I can just zap them all in one spell. Whee! They're like lemmings! I love it, alright. But yeah, this is basically kind of, almost kind of a copycat of what happened with the original Hobbes quest, only you're actually escorting someone out this time. And of course there's going to be an increase in the Hobbes level and stuff because we are, you know, pretty much at the end of the game. I mean, we beat the game, so yeah. Alright, whoa. There we go. I like how all the experience orbs are so small now too. Yeah, I should note that. Enemies have the same amount of experience when you kill them. The size of the orb, though, depends upon, like, the amount of experience that it's given compared to the lowest requirement that you need for a, to purchase an ability in the game. You can see these orbs, they were once really, really big, but they're tiny now, and that's because I need so many experience orbs to get anything unlocked. But anyways, when you get up at this point, you just climb out you're supposed to climb out the ladder, and then the game will load you and Rookridge, and then you'll pop up in that one random barn here, though. But this is what's gonna happen when the glitch happens, when you trigger the glitch like I did. So if we wait a little minute for the loading screen to go away. And this is important. I want to try to make sure no one does this. You'll notice your son didn't follow you out. And if you try to go back into the cave, the game thinks you're skipping out on the quest and you'll forfeit it. So the quest becomes impossible to end. Now, this is my second playthrough. This is where I decided to start recording. Now, as you'll probably see, well, yeah, this is the exact same thing. The Hobbes are still here, the low amount of experience and stuff. But there will be something different that you'll notice with my son once I get there. Oh, well, I like how they fall over. Like, you'll notice, my son doesn't have the follow expression over his head, but he's following me. So basically, just let him talk through his conversation, and then when he says, let's go home, that's when he starts following you on his own free will. You don't have to have a follow expression over his head. And so when you try to exit this time, then your son will now follow you up onto the surface, and you'll be able to turn in the quest. Now, of course, there is a way to fail this quest. Like I said, time-sensitive quest. If you wait long enough, your son will actually die. You'll lose him forever, or your daughter, if you had a daughter. And, basically, it's just like the game pretty much calls you a horrible parent. But anyways, here's our wife, right here.
I'm so worried.
I'm sorry, Mum. I won't do it again.
I hope not.
You're coming home with me. No more adventures, okay?
Okay.
I love you, dear. See you at home.
And we're given the final link. Your child is lucky you're a hero. The world should know never to mess with your family. We get 1,500 renown points and a Hobbes staff head, so an exclusive trophy for this. But yeah, the world should know better not to mess with me. I mean, I brought them back from the dead. But yeah, alright, so yeah. Go ahead and highlight that. We can use the thing. And our wife has it. Yeah, what does she have? Ooh, a potion. Not bad. Alright, so yeah, this is Gallagher tonight with Let's Play Fable 2. And next episode, I will do more stuff. So I'll see you then, guys.